Guys, we have an urgent breaking news coming out. The US Commander-in-Chief calls for Chicago mayor and Illinois governor to be locked up. Wow. The mayor, he is not pleased. Look at this here. You have Chicago mayor, Mr. Johnson, is furious after the US Commander-in-Chief called for him to be cuffed after leaving federal agents out to dry post. What? Hold on, we're gonna get to all this here, guys. Mr. Johnson promised to stop National Guard from taking to his streets in an act of rebellion. Now, this commander-in-chief is unstable, unhinged. He quite frankly is a warning to democracy, and it's not the first time the U.S. commander has called for the cuff of it. Oh my goodness. Oh, wow. Okay, so unjustly, I am not going anywhere. I'm gonna stay firm. Okay, now again, now he's bringing the you know what. It has nothing to do with this, buddy. Mr. Johnson, it has nothing to do with that. I'm telling you guys, I do believe that there will be some kind of civil war. And I do believe, and I did talk about this last night, martial law could possibly hit the fan in 2026. Alright guys, before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife Jessica Santiago at 3432 US Highway 19 number 2, Holiday, Florida 34691. And for those of you that want to contribute to the channel, we do have the Cash App link and the PayPal link in the comments box and also description box. Thank you again for your support. Your support is what keeps us on air. Alright, so the U.S. commander says the governor of Illinois and the mayor should be in prison. Wow. Man, this thing is gonna hit fire pretty soon. Okay, so I do have the full article here. So the U.S. president said in a post to Truth Social on Wednesday that Chicago mayor and Illinois governor should be in jail in the escalation of his conflict with the two, again, the left officials. Chicago mayor should be in jail for failing to protect ICE officers, he said in a post, and the governor also. Wow. Okay, so for those of you that don't know what's going on out there, you have ICE agent officers doing their jobs, but then you have these group of people that they call protesters. All right, so they come and they start doing their thing and stuff like that, and ICE facility is crowded with all these massive group of people, and sometimes ICE officials are getting hit with rocks and stuff like that. So the U.S. commander is sending National Guards to protect them because, again, the mayor and the governor is not doing anything to protect them. They're just allowing these group of people to continue on with their lawlessness against ICE officials. You guys already know the ICE detention center is being you got a whole bunch of people that's coming from different areas. The U.S. commander post comes a day after Texas National Guard troops arrived in Illinois, despite the left fierce opposition. Now, the U.S. commander has warned for weeks to send troops to Chicago as part of a crime-fighting and ICE effort. And the left have slammed his push as overreach and a political stunt. Now, guys, pay attention. Again, a lot of you people know about Chicago. Again, they call it Chirac for a reason. Over the weekend, how many people got hit? Shot? 30. 30 people got hit. And 5 has passed away. And now 1 person was arrested. Again, that region it's getting worse than Afghan, to be honest. I mean, Afghan is a lot peaceful now compared to Chicago. It says here, reached for comment the White House spokesperson, said that the governor and the mayor have, look at this, BLOOD on their hands, and accused them of having stood idly by while innocent sleeping giant citizens fall victim to violent crime time and time again. That's very true. And you guys seen the videos I've been posting these last couple of days. I mean, it's just very sad what goes on in that region. People in broad daylight, people just minding their own business, just walking and enjoying their beautiful day. And then out of nowhere, you have a SUV or whatever vehicle. People just open FIRE on innocents. I mean, what in the world is going on out there? And not only that, on top of that, you have these lawlessness from the southern border. You have can't forget about the Venezuelan gangs out there. She argued that instead of taking action to stop the lawlessness, the U.S. commander, wow, look at this, deranged buffoons, would rather allow the lawlessness to continue and attack the commander for wanting to help make their city safe again. The statement did not address news questions about what crimes the commander believed the mayor and the governor, and whether the White House planned to try to have federal agents arrest them. Wow. Their job, the mayor and the governor, their job is to protect, the citizen. But their job also is to make sure that law enforcement are being protected, which they are not doing. And that's the reason why the commander-in-chief is saying, you guys are not doing your job. There's law enforcement out there that is getting hit, and you guys refuse to do anything. They took an oath. The mayor and the governor took an oath to protect law enforcement and citizens. I believe, all this is just a political stuff. They just don't like Donald. And so they're making all this a big thing. And now, all of a sudden, they're saying that Donald is looking for Civil War revenge, rematch. No, he's not. And now they're saying, well, they're coming after me because I'm black. Come on, dude. It's really sad. It's just really sad. Once again, you have the governor responded to the commander in a post to X saying, I will not back down. The U.S. commander is now calling for the cuff of the elected representative, checking his power, he said in a post. What else is left on the path to full-blown, what? Now, reached for comment, Mr. Johnson, the mayor, said that this is not the first time the U.S. commander has tried to have a, unjustly arrested. Dude, you need to stop. I don't know how these people got into the spotlight. It has nothing to do with this, man. They're sparking something here, guys. This is like a cosign. They are sparking something. They're getting everybody, they're trying to get everyone involved. The Donald don't like us. The Donald doesn't like our color. The Donald is coming for you. But they are saying it in a different way. Again, stay away from all of them. Please turn off the TV. Turn off the radio. Again, you want to keep the radio on and play some Beatles music, whatever, the Beatles and stuff like that. But stop listening to these individuals, because that's the reason why you have all these stuff happening across the sleeping giant. You got individuals on the roof doing crazy stuff, like what happened to Charlie. Alright, it says here, I'm not going anywhere, he added. On Monday, Illinois sued an attempt to prevent the White House from deploying federalized troops to Chicago. A judge scheduled a hearing on the case for Thursday and declined to sign a temporary restraining order, which would have blocked the administration as the case proceeds in court. Now, the commander comments come as these groups across ICE have rippled across the country as the administration ramped up efforts to detain and sent many back home, a lot of them back home. Now, it says here the White House has previously argued that deploying the National Guard is necessary to for what? To protect federal assets and personnel and prevent attack on law enforcement. All right, so National Guard is going to go there to protect who? ICE agents. All right, because you have a group of people out there that is causing some chaos, lawlessness. So the U.S. commander first deployed the National Guard to Los Angeles over Gavin objections after the group broke out in response to the immigration raids. Now, the U.S. commander then ordered the National Guard to the streets of D.C., painting it as an effort to fight crime. The administration is also trying to send federalized National Guard troops from California to Portland, Oregon, but a judge granted a temporary restraining order this week to block the move as the case is considered in court. A Pentagon spokesman has said that the troops would have worked to support the ICE enforcement and the federal personnel performing official duties, including the enforcement of federal law and to protect federal property. What are your thoughts on this story, guys? Leave comments down below. Was the U.S. commander wrong for saying that these two should be locked up? Leave comments down below. Here's the thing. The U.S. commander doesn't have the power to put them in jail. But again, that's just him saying, you know, these two Looney Tunes, they shouldn't be on the spotlight. They're not taking care of business. They're not stopping the crime, and they're not even protecting the ICE agents. They're just acting like, you know, lawlessness, tyrannical, and they should not be in the spotlight. All right, so in Chicago, a frequent target of the commander, the mayor signed an executive order on Monday in an effort to block the ICE agents from using city property during Operation Chicago. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Those are law enforcement, man. Their job is to protect and serve and to send many back home that doesn't even belong there. Why are you guys going after... If that's the case, you guys shouldn't have no security then. I know you guys have a whole bunch of security protecting you. I guess you guys shouldn't have securities. We will not tolerate ICE agents violating our residents. They're not oh my goodness. They're not violating your resident, man. Constitutional rights, no, we will allow the federal GOV to disregard our local authority, the mayor said in a press release marking the so-called ICE-free zone executive order. Dude, what are you doing here? I'm sorry, I just feel like his feelings is getting hurt, so he's acting like this, like a fool. And that's what it is, they're acting like fools. So now we're going to go with the Gov. The Gov has emerged as a leading critic of the U.S. Commander administration as his state faces the president ear. Now, the U.S. Commander has compared Chicago to a war zone. I agree. I mean, they call it Chirac for a reason. And the governor said Sunday in an interview on the news State of the Union that they're just making this up. Mr. Governor, over the weekend, 30 people got shot. 5 has passed away. My condolences to the families and friends that lost their loved ones. 5 has passed away, all right? And no one was cuffed. Nobody's making that up. That is fact. That's the real deal. Every single day, someone in that region is getting hit. Hit. Nobody's making nothing up. It's the real deal. It's the truth. Your region is worse. I'm sorry, it's worse than Afghan. So then what do? They fire tear gas and smoke grenades, and they make it look like it's a war zone. You know, I thought Gavin gave me the biggest headache ever, but this dude takes the cake. This dude here, these two Looney Tunes, the governor and mayor, is just... it makes Gavin a saint. At least Gavin has a little understanding. But these two, I don't know what in the world is wrong with these two. It's like Tom and Jerry. All right. And they, get people on the ground are frankly incited to want to do something about it appropriately. Here's the thing. The reason why they are throwing tear gas is because you have a group of people, just fireworks and rocks and throwing things. Maybe, governor and mayor, if you guys could address the public, Chicago citizens, stay home, let ICE do their job. Don't get involved. This is not who we are. We don't act like this. If you speak like that, perhaps they will stop. But you guys are not addressing the public. You guys allowing them to do these things. It says here, in the recent days, the Gov also said that he believed that the U.S. commander should be removed from the spotlight. And that's how you that's how you talk to your commander. You're very defiant, sir. You're very defiant. You're supposed to look up to your commander-in-chief, not talk back. If this was Roman Empire style, if you talk like that to Caesar, yeah, it'd be a whole different ballgame. There is something generally wrong with this man, and the 25th Amendment ought to be invoked. I'm sorry, guys. These people just give me a headache. What does the 25th Amendment has to do with all this? Referring to a process for removing the president from office because he's not well. That's basically what it is. The 25th Amendment, I guess, is to remove a commander who mentally not fit, not, health issue and all that type of stuff. That's something he should have mentioned about Joe. Joe was walking, just in wrong directions and people didn't say nothing. On Tuesday, the governor was asked during an event whether he believed he could be cuffed. I'm asking any of you to come visit me in the Gulag in El Salvador, the governor joked, referring to the prison where the U.S. commander has sent many of those people. The House Speaker did not say whether he believed the mayor and the governor should be jailed when asked by the news about the U.S. commander post. Should they be in prison? Should the mayor and the gov? You know what? Mr. Johnson responded, I'm not the Attorney General. I'm the Speaker, and I'm trying to manage the chaos here. I'm not following the day-to-day on that. The U.S. commander has repeatedly threatened legal action against some of his political opponents, including you guys already know, James, I'm going to skip his name, and Letitia, right, from NY. Last month, he urged Attorney General Pam in a post to Truth Social to not delay any longer, slamming his political opponents and writing, justice must be served now. All right. That's where we at. That is where we at. And boy, oh boy, things are really looking really ugly out there in Chirac. All right. He's coming after me. He's coming after me because I am BLACK. Come on, dude. You really trying to spark something here with that lame thing that you just put out there. Absolutely lame. Absolutely lame. That is just disgusting. It's just unprofessional. That dude is the mayor, and that's the way you talk. Wow. Leave comments down below, guys. The Bible says that we need to respect our high authority, meaning leadership. We must pray for them. And talking back to them is like, again, they like higher power. And I know a lot of people's not going to agree with them. I can understand that. Even Daniel didn't agree with King Nebuchadnezzar, but he respected King Nebuchadnezzar. Just like the Apostle Paul respected the leader authority of the Roman Empire. All right, he talked back and he quickly apologized. But again, when it comes to our time, it's like We talk back to our parents. We talk back to our teachers. We talk back to our leaders. This is what the Bible speak about. There will be many lawlessness in the end time. No one is respecting the authority. It's all lawlessness now. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Till next time later. Peace.